morning. I'm Senator Yuen Pao Wu from British Columbia. It's my pleasure this morning to sponsor and host a press conference on behalf of hundreds of Chinese who are settled in this country, have been settled for many years. They've been students, they have jobs, they have families, and they've applied for status in Canada at varying stages, including citizenship status. And many of them have been waiting for a very, very long time with very little information on the condition, on the status of their applications. They are here today mounting a peaceful demonstration on Parliament Hill to express their concern, to hope that someone is listening to their situation, and to call for IRCC and the other departments that are doing screening, particularly security screening, to provide some clarity, some information, and ultimately to provide assurance that they will be treated fairly and in an expeditious manner. So we have 4 of the representatives here today. There are many more outside on Parliament Hill. I invite media to visit the protest, to talk to the folks who've come from across the country to express their concerns. But at this conference, we have 4 representatives who are speaking, and I want to start by inviting Ning Sing to begin his remarks. Please.
Thank you, Senator. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'd like to thank Senator for supporting us, and also everyone that is outside to support us. My name is Ning Xin, and I'm speaking on behalf of all the applicants from across Canada who are gathering today on Parliament Hill. We are workers, families, and skilled professionals who have been living, working, and contributing to this country for many years. Many of us were invited by provincial and federal governments to apply for permanent residency or citizenship because our skill and our work are needed in this country. But when our application reached the final stage, the enhanced background check, also known as security screening, brought our files to a halt. What once took months now has taken years for many cases, without clear communication, timeline, and answers. That is why we are here today, to call for a reasonable timeline and greater transparency in Canada's immigration system. More than 200 people from across country are joining us today, and many of us are from the Chinese community who feel the process has become a black box. The frustration and uncertainty are overwhelming. Currently, the backlog has reached more than 23,000 only for permanent residency. At the same time, the processing capacity has dropped to an all-time low. Every month, there's more than 1,000 new cases entering the system, but only fewer than 500 are completed. So the backlog is growing rapidly. What is normally expected to take months is now projected to take more than 5 years. Years of waiting have placed thousands of families in a state of uncertainty where they can no longer see the end of the tunnel. In fact, in a related petition to the House of Commons, we have gathered already more than 6,000 signatures in less than 2 days. We are calling for 3 things: adherence to reasonable service standards, temporary resources to help clear the long backlog, and greater transparency, including explanations and estimated timelines. The people here today respect Canada's laws and institutions. We chose Canada because we believe in its values of fairness, justice, and opportunity. All we are asking is for a system that is fair, transparent, and predictable. Now I'll invite my colleagues to share their stories.
Hi everyone, I'm Jiang Jialin. I'm a licensed physician from China, and I have all the essential skills and credentials, but I lack the permanent residency to use them here in Canada. Because to serve as a physician here, I have already done my part. I passed the MCCQ1 examination, earned my MD equivalence in Quebec, and completed a 3-month clinical observership within the medical genetics department at McGill. And as a physician scientist, my public research in cancers have been cited over 1,600 times. And my latest work just uncovered a new potential cure for specific subtypes of lung and ovarian cancers. However, my PR application has been stalled in security screening for almost 1 year, and more importantly, no end in sight. The thing is, the PR is a mandatory prerequisite for my application in the Canadian medical residency programs. So now I have to live in fear of not only missing the season of 2026, maybe even the 2027. And I remember that the other day, one of my former colleagues called me and asked, how many patients do you have to see in a typical day here in Canada? I told him, I couldn't even have had the chance to apply for this license yet. And as you know, the prolonged absence from clinic is devastating to doctors' professional skills. And at the same time, Canada is facing a very severe physician shortage. In Quebec alone, 35% of specialists in this field is nearing retirement. And patients have to wait up to 6 months for such appointment. I'm here ready to serve, but I find myself sidelined by immigration delays, especially that there are always unfilled positions every year in Quebec. Therefore, I want to say that medicine knows no borders. We came here in good faith. So I humbly ask for the support of everyone present here, and your awareness, your kindness is our first step to the justice. And timely action, please. Let us work, let us serve, let us heal. Ensemble, bâtissons un Canada plus juste, plus fort et plus grand. Je vous remercie. Thank you very much.
Hi, I am Hua-Qing Sun. I'm one of the people who is undergoing this haunting nightmare, a security screening with no end in sight. I gave up everything and restarted my second life here in Canada and made it my second home. Today, I stand here after exhausting all my options to deliver this message to all agencies involved. Behind my application, it's a real person and their life that's on pause, not just delayed. Here's my journey. I applied through Express Entry, which IRCC claimed was a fast-track system with a processing time of about 6 months. But today, my application has been in process for 34 months and locked in secure screening for 31 months. Currently undergoing a secondary screening with CBSA for 10 months, with no end in sight. During this process, I reached out to every party I could, IRCC, CSIC, CBSA, but only received temporary response. It's a bureaucratic pinpoint, with our lives as a ball, and they chose to look away. So if you ask me how I feel from day to day, it feels like being trapped at the bottom of the well and left there to die. I keep calling for help, but it feels like yelling into the void. My anxiety, my frustration comes back multiple times a day, and it's there the moment I wake up. Next month, I will face an impossible choice, taking another pause in my life. Without the permanent residency, I will end up in a financial crisis and lose my very first home because of the unaffordable foreign buyer tax on the pre-sale home I bought 3 years ago, when I never thought this could happen. This is simply not fair. Every morning, every day, every month, I hold on to this hope that this will finally end. But every time, it slips away like a pipe dream. So here, to IRCC, please see us. Not as case numbers in the queue, but as people with lives, families, and futures that cannot wait indefinitely. Acknowledge the impact your delay have on us. Make a decision, and make it now. Thank you.
Thank you, merci. We don't have any questions at the moment. Nous n'avons pas de questions pour le moment. So this will conclude the press conference. C'est ce qui conclut la conférence de presse.